Imagine this. In less than a minute, a single space weapon could cripple the satellites that power our internet, GPS, and military communications. There are over 8,000 active satellites orbiting Earth right now. Just think about the chaos if even a fraction of those were targeted or shut down in a conflict. That's the staggering new reality we could be facing. Today, I want to dive into a topic that's both fascinating and terrifying: space weapons. We're not talking about science fiction anymore. These are real technologies being developed right now that could change the course of human history. The stakes, global security, the balance of power, and maybe even the survival of our modern way of life. Let's get into the risks first, because they're serious. As countries like China push ahead with advanced space technology, we're seeing a new kind of arms race unfold above our heads. The more nations race to develop space-based weapons, the more likely we are to see miscalculations, accidental launches, or misunderstandings spiral out of control. Imagine a world where a glitch or a misread signal could trigger a war in space and on Earth. The fear isn't just about a flashy, Star Wars-style battle. It's about the silent, invisible threats that could blind a nation's satellites, cut off communications, or take out power grids without a single shot fired on the ground. Now let's talk about the weapons themselves. China's been working on a massive space solar array, basically a giant solar farm floating in orbit. It sounds like clean energy for the planet, right? But here's the twist. The same technology could be transformed into a directed energy weapon. Think of it as a space-based laser capable of frying electronics, disabling satellites, or even targeting infrastructure on Earth. And that's just one example. There's also kinetic bombardment, sometimes called rods from God, which uses high-speed metal rods dropped from orbit to smash targets with the force of a meteor strike. Then you've got quantum communication satellites, which are like the ultimate spy-proof walkie-talkies. China's making huge strides here, and if they perfect this tech, their military could command and control space assets securely, making it almost impossible for rivals to intercept or jam signals. Let's get real for a second. Picture this. Tensions between superpowers are rising. Suddenly a handful of US satellites go dark. No warning, no obvious attack, just silence. Within minutes, financial markets panic, military units lose coordination, and ordinary people lose access to basic services. No one knows for sure what happened. Was it an accident, a test, or the opening move of a new kind of war? That's how close we could be to disaster if these weapons are ever unleashed. So where does that leave us? Space weapons aren't just a distant threat, they're a present and growing danger. As China and others ramp up their efforts, the risk of catastrophic mistakes or all-out conflict grows exponentially. The only way forward is global cooperation and strict regulation before space becomes the next battlefield. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the weaponization of space? Could it end up protecting us, or push humanity closer to the brink? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as fascinated and maybe as worried as I am, check out my video on the future of space exploration. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most pressing issues.